Hey guys, Martin back, another CarCast, another week, cold morning, it says, I've got no coat on, I've got heated seats so it's warm, right? Winter's coming, to coin Game of Thrones, winter's coming, and it's starting to get colder, the heating's been on in the shop. As a result, I'm going to have to put 10% charge on everything that we sell just to pay for it. I'm only messing. But I got that horrible winter sun, so these CarCasts are going to get interesting now. Because obviously I take the same route to work every day, and that sun's just, you can see it there, it's glazing. But as I've said a million times, most of you probably listen to this rather than watch it. Because let's be honest, you're not watching it for this. Yeah, on my way in, another early morning start. So I say early morning, it's 8:30. Just got all sorts to get ready. Charity day this weekend. I said I'd go on about it more this week, and obviously I will do. It's on this Saturday. Still waiting for confirmation from 99th Garrison as to whether or not stormtroopers are coming. Sent a couple of emails now. I've had a couple back, and there's a big do on in London, but they should still be able to send some, but then they haven't confirmed, and it's all a bit, I don't know, they might be there, they might not be there. It's not going to affect the day if they're not, but it will enhance the day if they are. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that makes sense in my head somewhere. But yeah, other than that, we're all set for it. We're told the newspapers about it, so I don't know whether there's been any articles put in, but I sent them all some blurb. I have not seen it. I don't know whether they might just come down on Saturday and then do some post-press release, which kind of doesn't make sense, but that's what newspapers do, because it is what it is. But yeah, SDV are coming up. We've got the place ready for it. The place is ready anyway, to be fair. Good staff in place, and we're stocked up. There's more stock arriving today, and everything should be plentifully stocked, so that it's all good for everybody when you arrive and come and play games and do whatever you people do. And it's not just board games. People are saying, oh right, so it's a board game weekend. It's not. There's a lot of focus on board games because there's TV are here, and that's an easy thing to focus on, but we've got a couple of people down who will be able to do demos on Malifaux, War Machine, 40k obviously, going to come back to 40k in a minute, but 40k obviously, X-Wing is getting demoed by SDV. If anybody wants to, they can have a look at Armada. We've got an open copy of that. We haven't got a set of Imperial Assault sorted for the store, unfortunately, yet. But we can look at doing one. Tell me whether there's an audience for it, guys. Nobody's really playing it massively, so therefore we haven't really massively got behind it. Yeah, it's coming up, and there's just loads going on. It's just going to be a chilled out day. We've got the Raffle, where it's £2.50 for a ticket, or you get 5 tickets for a tenner, same as we did last time, and then you go into the prize draw, and then as we give out prizes, we're putting a load of prizes in ourselves as war games. Some of the customers have been bringing stuff in to donate into the raffle. I'm sure there will be some more comes in over the next couple of days, and even on Saturday people will probably bring things in. If you've got anything you want to put into the raffle, and bring it in. It doesn't have to be brand new, it's just got to obviously be complete and in decent condition. We don't want to be giving out a half-eaten packet of peanuts, do you know what I mean? It's, you know the sort of thing I'm on about. And then Ian, a good customer, Ian and Jen, they have donated an auction box, so we will auction it off at some point throughout the day, or maybe right throughout the day, and then we'll actually get down to the final auction. We'll start taking bids on it from now, in effect, I suppose, and then at some point we'll actually get into a proper auction. I'll get my auctioneer's voice on the go, and something that can act as a hammer. It's not a hammer, is it? What's it called? What's it called? It's not a gamel or something like that. I can't remember the name of the word. The auctioneer's hammer thing that he hits. Have a bit of fun. And it's a box full of board games. You're not allowed to look in the box it's open, so you can see some bits that are in there, but there's a lot more in there than what you can see. And there's some old games, there's some new games, there's a lot of unopened games, and there's stuff in there of value. To be fair, I've been through it, and there is some valuable things in there. Some things that you're going to want, some things you're not going to want, but it will start at £1 and it'll just go up from there. And then I think what will probably happen is, as it hits maybe 20 quid, if it gets to 20 quid, as it hits the 20 quid, we'll start going up in 250s. If it hits 50 quid, we'll go up in 5s. Let's sell it for £1 million. Imagine that, £1 million for all day for some board games. I don't think that'd be funny. It's tickled me now, that hasn't it? But anyway, yeah. So that's charity day. We're going to be doing that throughout the day. We'll probably do that one live on Facebook. In fact, yeah. Do you know what? Let's do it. Facebook Live Saturday at about 3 o'clock. About 3 o'clock. Keep an eye out for it, and that way everybody else can get involved in the auction as well, because you can bid online. And I'll probably open the bidding for, I don't know what, 5 maybe 10-minute video, and we'll just have some fun with it. And you know what, it's all going to a really good charity. So I said last week that I'll divulge a bit more as to why I choose Alder Hey. So Alder Hay's Children's Hospital, Liverpool. It's massive. It's a really good hospital. I was in there from when I was born. I was born with twisted intestine, and they sorted that out. A big scar across my stomach, and they sorted that out. Which, you know, it's big. I don't remember it, but it's relatively routine. That's not enough to make me go, oh, that's it. I'm leaving all my dedicate my life to them. I should, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. And then I had my appendix out in there, I had teeth out in it, all sorts. So all hey were there for me as a kid. But more importantly, my cousin Simon, when he was born, he had a heart deficiency, and as a result was in and out of Alder Hey for all of his life, with this problem that he had with his heart. He had a pacemaker when they were a thing, and I remember my other cousin Neil used to have to walk ahead when mobile phones started becoming a thing. Neil used to have to go into a room and tell everybody to turn the phones off, because you couldn't have phones on around it, because it had messed with Simon's pacemaker. And he was as fine as a boy could be. He couldn't take part in any serious sports or anything, because obviously his heart couldn't deal with it. But he was a little bugger. He was Simon. You'd have had to have known him. And obviously I'm talking about Simon in past tense, because unfortunately Simon passed away. And he went into hospital for what should have been his final operation. Final operation for a long time, definitely well through into his adult life. And unfortunately, he didn't come out of the operation. He slipped into a coma, and then he passed away. And anybody that knows me from a family point of view, especially Neil, if you're watching this, I'm sorry if I'm touching any nerves. But as a result, at Simon's funeral, obviously we lost him there, and at Simon's funeral, Neil, his brother, was talking about Warhammer. Now, I got Neil into Warhammer as I was getting out of it. Neil fell in love with Chaos, and still is in love with Chaos. I think he's a little bit too much in love with Chaos. He has some sort of, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually does some sort of rituals with corn. No, I'm only messing. I'm not. But Neil had mentioned it in his words at the funeral and the eulogy, and it got me talking to Neil at the end, and I was like, is it still a thing? And he was like, yeah, he said, massive. He said, there's tournaments and everything. In fact, Simon had written a Necron list whilst he was in hospital weeks ago into his operation that he was going to take to a Throne of Skulls tournament. I didn't even know there were such things as Necrons, never mind tournaments. So I offered to buy a box. I said, well, rather than buying flowers, let me buy a box of models to go towards this army, because Neil said he was going to put this army together, and he was going to play it as a sort of tribute to him at this Throne of Skulls tournament. I was like, so I went into the shop in Southport, And lo and behold, I bought Simon a box of Necrons, so I bought Neil a box of Necrons for Simon's army. And then I went in and bought the Dark Eldar Codex and the Dark Eldar army, and I went to the tournament, and I did okay in the tournament, and I completely got bitten with the bug, and it escalated and escalated and escalated, and then I went to more and more tournaments, and then I got more and more into the hobby. Then I started getting into other games, and then I found that I didn't really have many places to play the other games, so I opened a store. And that's ultimately, in case I've never told you, that's ultimately the reason War Games is here. Because I got Neil into it, Neil got Simon into it, Simon got Neil back into it, and then it was spoken about at Simon's funeral. And as I say, the charity for Alder Hey, Simon wouldn't have got that far in his life. I genuinely don't believe that if it wasn't for all the hard work that Alder Hey put in. When the Ronald McDonald House opened up, my auntie and uncle were amongst the first to stay there, and they just do such great work. A good friend and customer, Chris, and I know Chris probably will be watching this, or definitely one of the guys, he's one of the mammoths. His daughter, they help out massively. They're big advocates of Alder Hey as well, and it's kids, isn't it? And as soon as it's kids, it does tug on your heartstrings, and I'm trying to do that genuinely now, because I want you to put as much money in as you can for Alder Hey. Let's give them a Christmas present, because there's going to be an awful lot of children in hospital over Christmas, really, really ill, and there might be some who aren't really, really ill, but they're still in hospital over Christmas, and let's be honest, nobody wants to be in hospital over Christmas. And it's terrible for the kids, it's terrible for the families. So let's give some money to Alder Hey, and let's, whatever, I don't know how they use the money, whether it's on equipment or whether it could be on Christmas presents and parties, but whatever it is, let's try and make some kids' Christmas a bit better. I knew I was going to sneeze there. Yeah, that's what it's there for. That's why we're doing it. So please do try and pop in, throw a quid in a bucket, play a game, buy some raffle tickets, whatever it is that you do. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to society. I think it's a nice thing with all the crap that's going on in the world, all the political BS that's going on in the world. I don't care about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton or Brexit or anything. I can't sit here and say I don't care about all the wars that are going on and the bombings and everything, because somewhere along the line they affect me. But you know what? There is much more important things going on right at home, and it's the kids. I've got kids, and if you haven't got kids, it doesn't mean that you're any less attuned to helping people out. It's a natural human thing to want to help people. You have to actually think about not helping people. And anyway, I'm on soapboxes and bandwagons and all sorts now. So moving on from the charity day. The charity day is awesome. It's going to be amazing. Get involved. Help out where you can. PayPal for anybody that can't come into the store and just wants to make a donation. PayPal it through to War Games, and I will make sure that it goes in, whether that be to buy charity tickets or not, raffle tickets or not. Sales at wargamesuk.co.uk. Important that you put the UK in after War Games and before the .co.uk, because otherwise it won't get to us. I don't know where it goes to, but it's not us. So it's sales at wargamesuk.co.uk. Get the money in. If you want raffle tickets, just obviously leave your name there, tell me how many tickets you want. £2.50 for one ticket, £10 gets you all 5 tickets. If you don't want raffle tickets, you just want to donate a bit of money, then fine, do the same. Do it. But anyway, moving on from that, the Last Chance Open, our big 40k events. We did the Northwest Open, which was a great event. Frontline Gaming really made up with it. All the guys that came up had a blast. And we put the tickets out, and we sold a load of tickets straight away. And yesterday we sold the last ticket. That's it, they've all gone. So we've cut it back from 60 to 54, because there's also a Magic event that weekend, which is the pre-release for the next Magic the Gathering set, Aether Revolt. And any of the guys that are playing in the Last Chance Open that want to do the midnight pre-release, you're more than welcome to jump in as well. There'll be spaces there for it, but obviously we needed to give some space to the Magic players because it's a big release, and I didn't know at the time of setting the 40k tournament that's when it was going to be. Things clash, but we've got a big enough place that we've dropped 3 tables, which is 6 players, and we've given the space to Magic so that both can happen. So it's going to be a packed weekend. But how good's that? Like literally sold out. This is £60 a ticket for a full weekend. There's loads of YouTubers coming up. We've got Nick Beer coming up, Hiddick Beer. Going to be good to finally meet Nick. Obviously Ace is coming up because he's running the tournament with us. It's mine and his brainchild. I say mine and his, it's more his brainchild. I just kind of provide the venue and put the administration frills to it as such. But Ace, I know you watch, so it's off my hat to you, man. We got there, buddy. We've done it, and we've got the biggest ITC tournament in the UK by a yard, by a country mile. It's without doubt the biggest. I think the only bigger 40k events in the UK, other than Games Workshop's own one, because obviously they're Games Workshop, is you've got Caledonian Revolution, which is an ETC event, and they do 2 of them a year at about 80 people down at Element Games, and yeah, we can't fit 80 people, so I don't profess to compete against that. And then there's the London Grand Tournament. Now I don't know what numbers that got last time. I think it was around the 50s, it might have been more than that, I don't know, but again, it's an ETC format and it's in London. So to have the 3rd biggest 40k event in the UK that I know of, somebody might correct me, and definitely the biggest ITC event, that's kudos to War Games, guys. Kudos to you lot for believing in us, and it's just going to be a fantastic weekend. They've just had the in Gibraltar they've just had the No Retreat 3 big ITC event there over a weekend. I've put an application in to go in January. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not going to Vegas now for 20 different reasons, the wife being the main one. But wife, money, everything about it just screams not this year for Vegas. But I'm going to see if I can go to Gibraltar for a weekend, go to the Rock, go and see some monkeys, baboons, whatever they are. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know whether I'll be successful in my application, but let's see. It'd be good, wouldn't it? War Games representing itself, or me representing War Games over in Gibraltar. And somebody's got to beat Lawrence. Tabletop Tactics, so it's the 3rd time. It's the 3rd event that SN have done, No Retreat. And it's the 3rd one he's won. So I need to go in January because I need to beat him. It's just as simple as that. I'm not interested in beating anybody else. I'm going to have to beat 4 other people if I'm going to end up beating him. But I just need to beat Lawrence. Lawrence, if you're watching, I don't know whether you will be. I'm messing, mate. Absolutely hats off, congratulations to you. I've not played a game against you. I've watched enough of your battle reports, and obviously I've met you now a couple of times in person, and you are as you are on camera, mate. You're a gent, and your games are fun. Everybody always says that it's a laugh. You play to win, but you play to have a laugh first. Why is this car stopping? But yeah, so that's sold out. Brilliant. If people still want to come to the event, by all means put your name on a reserve list, because there are a handful of people who have marked attendance but haven't paid for the ticket, and announced on Facebook I'm going to give those people a short time, probably only a week or 2, to at the very minimum get in touch with me and let me know what their intentions are, because if it's just a case of somebody waiting until payday, then fine, but I think if tickets aren't paid for by the end of October, then I'm going to have to start offering those ticket spaces out to other players. I think I've got to, because it needs to be that way. And more importantly than anything is, after we've done this event in January, we're obviously going to announce the one for July. Whenever I announce what date the tickets are going to go on sale, you're now going to have to jump on them, because we're in, from our point of view, it's great. From your point of view, it's time sensitive. Whenever we're going to run an event like this, they're obviously now going to sell out. So you need to jump on quick and get your tickets next time. But it's great news. It's great for every aspect of the shop, not just for 40k. So we didn't get regional, the regional championships for X-Wing, because of many different reasons, and one of them is to do with geography. The place that actually got X-Wing regionals is the northwest. Isn't in the northwest, but they've got it, and all the shouting and jumping up and down isn't going to make a difference. So yeah, it's what it is. But one of the other things was that marked us down was event experience. So I'm going to be saying to them next time, well, event experience, there you go, we've got this under our belts, we've done this, we've done it well, we've done it twice, it'll be by the time we apply for the next one, plus all the other events and the magic events and everything we do. All these things just stand us in good stead. I've always said I want us to be a national tournament centre. We're not a local store that does local tournaments. We're a local store, and we support our local community of players and customers, but from a tournament point of view, we want to attract people nationwide, European wide, worldwide, I don't care, flying from Australia. On that note, unfortunately, Clayton's not making it over. I got a message only a couple of days ago. He's had a problem with illness in the past, and long story short, it's personal, so I'm not going to go into it on air, but he's come to me, he's explained it, I more than understand it. He's hoping to get here in July, but he's just got to obviously sort out, he's got to sort himself up first. He needs to be better first, basically, which is fine. So Clay, if you're watching, sorry you're not making it, brother, but we will get you over here. And this place has already now been taken by somebody else, and this is also why the reserve list needs to be there, because the likes of that happened. So we can do it. I've just actually thought of something which is completely irrelevant to my video, but very relevant to the LCO. But yeah, so that's why we have to do more and more of these tournaments, because we want to just make it bigger and bigger. We should be running tournaments every single week. That's how we should be operating, pure and simple. It's like a song, pure and simple, by some crap factor band or pop idol or whatever it was. I don't know, answers below. But anyway, listen, 23 minutes, I've rabbited along because I'm in a good mood. I'm going to go in, I'm going to finally put lights in cabinets because they're driving me insane. Very, very final, and I probably wanted to spend more time talking about it, but this time next week, I'm going to give you a recap on what happened on the charity day, but I'm probably also going to be talking a massive amount about the website to you, because by this time next week, it'll probably be live. It looks amazing. And I mean, it looks amazing, and it's not fully loaded yet. We're just loading all the products in, and rather than trying to load them all in one fell swoop, we're loading them in over time, and making sure that they're right. We're trying to make sure that all the images are right, that the descriptions are right, and there's going to be problems, we know that, but I'm going to talk about that more probably next week. But by this time next week, you'll have seen all over Facebook, website live, and if it isn't, then it's like dangerously close. It's literally waiting for products. Once the products are in, it's live. It's ready to go. The About Us pages, all the other bits are done, all the niceties are done. We've got to put the payment options on there so that you can actually check out properly, delivery options and products. And so Games Workshop's loaded in, Malifaux's loaded in, Batman's loaded in, I think Vallejo is loaded in. I don't know, I haven't checked on it today, see what Dave's done overnight last night loading products in, but it looks amazing. And it's finally, it's not even 2 weeks away, it's a week, 10 days tops, as quick as I can get spreadsheets done. So that's what I'm going into today. I'm going in to finish off with putting these lights in the cabinets, all that row of cabinets that I showed you in the video that time. And then the other thing I'm doing is putting more products into a spreadsheet and more images for the products and more descriptions for the spreadsheets are like literally doing me head in. I've had Georgie on it, I've had obviously Dave on it, me on it, I've even had some of the customers on it helping out with things, and Tom, absolute big thank you to Tom, Tom Wiggins for helping me with the War Machine stuff. Also, good luck for Saturday, Tom. Tom's getting married on Saturday, so good luck, all the best, mate. Hopefully see you next week. Although I probably shouldn't, because you're on some sort of honeymoon, so you maybe shouldn't be coming to the shop. Just do it anyway. but yeah, so that's what I'm going in to do now. It's why I'm in early every morning at the moment, is because I can't concentrate on spreadsheets at home, because I've got a 17-month old going down the back. It doesn't work, so I'll get into the shop before it opens and get a good solid hour or two smashing spreadsheets. But yeah, exciting times, guys. Sales at wargamesuk.co.uk. £10 for 5 tickets, £2.50 per ticket, or just make a donation to Alder Hay Children's Hospital. I'm going to try and remember to put links on this video, or at least write that email address out, so that you've got it and you've got no excuse. And I say about 3 p.m. Somewhere around there, Saturday afternoon. It'll all depend on what's happening on the day, but I'm going to aim for around 3 p.m. We're going to do a live charity auction for What's in the Box, and I think that could just be loads of fun. It could go horribly wrong. Never used Facebook Live before, but let's see what happens with it, and I'll see you later, guys.